It's MLS Prediction League. I'm Mitchell Tierney, and this is the last week of the show before playoffs. And honestly, boys, we might be rounding into form a little bit here. Michael and I nailed our picks this past week. Won't say anything about how Jeff did, but we were so close to hitting our parlay in total. We got MLS Decision Day looming now, but we've got a couple picks for the Wednesday before, which are still obviously some huge matches. Some teams can clinch their playoff lives in the next little bit. So, Michael, Mr. 5-1, let's start with you. What are we looking for this week?
5-1, that's not bad.
That's a playoff team right there.
That's a playoff team, exactly. So I'm going to circle on to the West Coast, go with one of the later games in tomorrow night, Wednesday night. It's going to be the Portland Timbers taking on Real Salt Lake. Now, Portland has been not Portland for really the last month and a half. They were, I would say, in position to comfortably clinch a playoff spot, but I guess let it behold, they've been struggling and they haven't been able to really clinch that spot and book their spot in the postseason. So with 2 games left to play, they take on a Real Salt Lake team that's just outside the playoffs, that's coming off a massive, I don't want to say upset, but they did not get the better of San Jose on the weekend. They had a lead and they ended up blowing that lead against San Jose at home at Rio Tinto Stadium. So 2 teams that are desperately looking to kind of make a statement. And I'm actually going to take Real Salt Lake at home once again at Rio Tinto over Portland. They have some quality players that I really liked. I was watching their game over the weekend. Obviously, Rubin has been a force up top. He's probably their biggest goal scoring threat, and also their captain Albert Rusnak. I think he is a quality player and one that people should keep an eye on. So I'm gonna take Real Salt Lake over Portland to continue that trend right there.
Nice, tough choice. I am going for some easy points this week because I need to pad my point situation. So I am going for Sporting Kansas City to beat Austin FC. Surprise, surprise. Despite the fact that Diego Fagundes has been playing out of his mind, he's been playing lights out for Austin FC. They're still Austin FC, and they're still going up against Sporting Kansas City and Daniel Saloy. I don't think Austin has a snowball's chance in hell here, so I am going to pick Sporting Kansas City for the victory.
There you go. I'll round it out with a team that seems to be on every week of the show, and that's Atlanta United. They're heading into Red Bull Arena to play the New York Red Bulls in one of those big games that we talked about that could determine the playoff future here in the MLS Eastern Conference. And this one's risky, no doubt, especially at Red Bull Arena, but I'm going to give a shout to Atlanta United. I think I've got a good feeling about this team. Obviously, they had a tough result against TFC on the weekend, but Ezekiel Barco, he had a golazo disallowed, and he's going to take that to heart. And Joseph Martinez hasn't been looking like himself lately, so I think big bounce back games for both of those guys. I think they'll come up big when Atlanta need them most, and I'm going to take Atlanta United. But let's finish off here as we always do with our TFC pick of the week. The Reds, they're hosting DC United on Sunday afternoon. That's decision day, the final game of the season. Not too many decisions are going to be taken in that matchup. TFC well out of the playoffs. DC United, they might be by that point as well. So who are you guys taking?
Justin Morrow's last game, potentially. So I am taking TFC to send him off, potentially, because there may be some can champ games that he has to play in. But I pick TFC over DC United.
I want to say I'm with you, but I for whatever reason a draw is screaming TFC's name once again. So I'm actually going to take a draw on that match.
I'm going to take TFC as well. I know it's a bit of a surprise, but I think they'll do it. And in fact, I agree with Jeff. Might be a death knell for my bet. But keep an eye on young TFC player Jordan Perusa. This is a guy who at every level that he's played at, when he scores one goal, a lot more follow. So having scored his first MLS goal against Atlanta this past week, I think we could see that again from him.
Love it.
Now time to wrap up with our parlay. Put down $5 on our picks this week, which were Atlanta, Sporting KC, and RSL. Get $91.83 back. So that will do it for us. Thanks for watching.